So we created a writing program. We are Simply Spectrum Learning and Simply Master Handwriting Program. Excuse me, sorry about that. I just want to give you some feedback and a little bit um, elaborate how this handwriting curriculum has, how, why we created it. I started out buying like the Writing Without Tears program, and it's a great program, but it's very expensive. So, um, and it's good, but it's not simplify enough. So I ended up creating my own curriculum to simplify it even more for the kiddos to master their skills. When we first did it, we this is based on the Writing Without Tears with the cubes or the squares. And we obviously, before you master writing, you have to master all different lines, short lines, wavy lines, zigzag line. Then you have to master all of the shapes, uh, because those shapes become letters and numbers. So if you look at all the letters and numbers, it's some kind of shape, a semicircle or a triangle or a rectangular or a square. So they have to master those first. And then after they master that, um, you would like create little big squares like this. And we had very big because it's much easier to write big squares. And then you would do the prompt with the big squares. And what we would do is we just add dots. Um, but we only add, this is 3 dots. The other ones that we have before, it would be a lot of dots. Like, this is a number. We used to have like more than, and then it prompts them to write the letter D or the number 5. And it's all repetition until they master it. Like with 4 dots, then you transition to 3 dots. Then you transition to 1 dot. And then you transition to no dots. So it's called fading the prompts. All of this is all based on ABA approach. And then, of course, you almost want to date it, and then you want to write what kind of prompt it is. Like, this is independent, meaning she did it independently without me helping her hand over hand or anything like that. She just saw that and she did it. And then, of course, we highlighted it. So highlighting is just basically kind of like it's tracing, but it's highlighted. It's not, you know, um, writing it. So it's very lightly shaded for her to do that, and she did it all independently, and now she can write. Um, and once the big square is mastered, you make it into very small squares. And the smaller it is, the harder because you have to use more fine motor and you have to control it, you know. So, and it's all repetition. This is all one row of B's, and the highlighted part is the prompt, um, which is just, a B. So it would prompt and then no prompt and then prompt. So you can just get fluency, and then no prompt and then prompt. And then so that's what we did. And then, of course, you date this and you just keep practicing until they master it. And it's just repetition. And same thing with numbers. So this is the earlier things right here with 1 dot and like a whole bunch of dots just to get her to practice. And this is actually hers right here. And then 1 dot, and she did it herself, but obviously it's not on the dot, but she can visualize it. So this is how we started. You see, independent. We hand over hand. HOH is hand over hand. We helped her with that. And then partial hand over hand. So we kind of put hand over hand. And yeah. And so this is how we created this curriculum for her to practice. Now she's able to write. Yay! And it's very affordable because we want people to have access to this. Where writing without tears, it's very expensive. So that's the whole idea of this. Oh, and before that, Lauren loved like dabbing, tapping. She's very tactile. So we got, you can make these. We bought these and she would stamp it and just to give her the rhythm of two going like this way, you know? And then the same thing with numbers. That's it.